Hello, I've worked at the dining hall for 3 years now. I'm a junior, so I've actually worked at dining hall the whole time I've been at school. And during this whole time, like in between classes, work's been kind of like a place I could always relax at, even though I'm working hard, because the full-timers, they kind of do give you that sense that it's just, they're people you're gonna see every day, and for me, they remind me of home specifically because usually Santa Cruz hasn't been like home, but in the kitchen it reminds me like not where I'm from, but like the people I grew up with. So yeah, I love working here, and I plan on continuing working here. And the dining staff has been a major part of that.
The full-time staff here, they're like a second family to me. I hate work. I hate getting up in the morning, but coming to work, it's really fun. It's always like they're crazy, like an actual family. They make jokes, and they even got me a cupcake for my birthday.
Well, I've been really familiar with working in the kitchen. Sometimes I talk to the full-time workers, but I mostly engage with the cooks that are in there. When I first started out here, they usually kept to themselves, but as I began to open up more to them, they showed their personality more to me. It's just really nice to get to know them as people and not as workers. They talk to me about their family at home, about situations that are going on, and it's nice to know that I am someone that they can come to, and I really enjoy talking to them about my stresses. And they also really believe what I can do in the kitchen. I've been cooking a lot more than most students do. I cook the chicken dish that's serving in Nero, and they kind of just let me do my thing because they trust me so much, and I really appreciate it.
I really appreciate the full-timers we have here at Rachel Carson College. They really help to kind of take that rigid workplace environment away from the whole place, and helps to make things kind of feel like at home, kind of like a homey environment, make it a really friendly place to work in. And you know, it also helps that they're kind of helping me work with my Spanish. That's, you know, really rusty, so I needed help on that. And yeah, no, I've developed some friendships even with some of the full-timers, and it just makes work a lot more fun to come to, and I look forward to working the shifts that I do.
Coming from a non-Spanish speaker, I've really had a positive experience working with the full-time staff. You know, despite the language barrier, they're really patient, and you know, I can't speak Spanish, so like sometimes I'm not sure what I'm doing or what they want me to do, but they're very cooperative, and you know, we kind of communicate with, you know, body language, and that seems to work just fine. They're really patient, really kind, and that, you know, kind of leads to like a sense of rapport among like full-time staff workers and part-time students.
I actually love them, all the staff. They're super nice, and I do speak Spanish, so it's really easy to communicate with them. If one of them is not here, we are like, oh, we are missing them, and it's just kind of hard to kind of run it. Like we have to figure out what stuff to put in, like one of the students to be able to cover that plate that they're doing, because it's just, they just play a really big model, and it's just super nice. I feel like for the students, they are really helpful for us because they know where the stuff is, and they're just so helpful to the students to actually teach them to grow in whatever they're doing. So I really appreciate them all. They're really helpful.
It's always great, like seeing the same people on permanent shifts and being able to talk with them every day and learn new stuff about them. And the full-timers are always like willing to teach you, you know, any questions you have. And it's just been really great. They definitely made my time working here a lot better.
Yeah, they're very helpful. If you mess up, they don't get mad at you. You're like, oh, it's fine, just do this next time. They help you fix it. So it's like really good first work job area.
Well, I've learned how to cook. Nice. I can make pizzas now. I'm not scared to come in and work with food. It's comfortable. I've never really been in the kitchen, and now working with the career staff, they gave me the confidence that I can do anything. They just put me in the situation, and they're really encouraging. And if I mess up, well, just clean it up and you keep going.
Yeah, the full-time staff is like really good about teaching me how to cook. It's something that I'm passionate about. So it's nice, like after school sometimes to just come in and like work and learn about cooking and get paid for it. You know? like everyone here is really supportive to that.
So I learn a lot of things in the kitchen, and there's no one way to do it. So it's really interesting to hear like different chefs and their different opinions about how to do things. And then, so like I learn like new recipes every day. Like I didn't really know how to cut like vegetables the proper way, and then like there's no one way to do it. And then so I just learned different things from different chefs, and then like learned different recipes and stuff. And so that's all really interesting.
One thing I appreciate while working at the dining hall is that like it's kind of like a stress relieving aspect to my life. Like I kind of get a break from studying and come here, and having to deal with the full-time workers is always great. They're really friendly, they're really kind. They're always really helpful. They always have really good advice, and they're just really good people. You know, and they work so hard, and I appreciate their work ethic. And a lot of them travel here and get up really early to come here and be here, and I just really appreciate it.
Working with full-timers is actually really helpful for me. It allowed me to have a community. I'm a freshman here on campus, and you know, I know my coworkers first, and now that I've kind of gotten comfortable here, they're really supportive, and they you can just talk to them. They're fun to like joke around with, like Jose in the back at Banana Joe's. He's really friendly with me, but he also helps me a lot in a lot of ways. He's taught me so much in the course of 10 weeks, 11 weeks. It's been incredible. But they really help in every aspect, whether it's feeling comfortable in the workplace or learning how to do things in the workplace. They just all around great asset.
First quarter at Santa Cruz, I wasn't working, and so it was kind of like being in an unfamiliar environment was a little scary for me. But I started working here in my second quarter, and now I come in and like every face is a familiar face, and I get to wave to everyone. Everyone is always very encouraging and kind, and if I'm having a bad day at work, you know, I can talk to anyone here and all encourage me to still do my best.
Well, I think the best thing about working about Banana Joe's in the dining hall is honestly all the full-timers are really supportive and helpful, and they're aware that in some cases these are our first jobs, and they totally go above and beyond the call of duty for what they need to do. They take care of us and make sure we're okay when we're here.
I've been working for the university for 3 years now, and my favorite part about working here with the full-time staff is that I feel like I've really gotten a family away from home.
I was working here, yeah, I've worked here for a while. I did the early move-in my freshman year. So I started working a week before I started school, and I didn't meet anyone, but working here, the only people here were early move-ins who had no idea what was going on, and full-timers who spend 8 hours, you know, 5 days a week here. So they knew what they were doing, and there was kind of an instant connection of actually, if I had no clue what I was doing and looked around and no one else did, I could find, you know, a helping hand in a full-timer. So then now that I've been here for 4 years, now they've become part of the family. It's people who I come back to after summer, and they ask, you know, how's your family? I get to ask them how was it seeing their kids. Kind of become like coworkers and friends.
For the career staff, I kind of see them as like the keystone of our dining hall. Sometimes we complain, oh my god, like we have a 5-hour shift, but they're pulling through every time 8 hours. See them as kind of like family, like in a sense, because like even though they might be like below me or like they might be older than you, they're doing the same thing you're doing, so they're pretty much the same person. And I had a joy working like for the career staff and the full timers, because like one might move to another dining hall, and then you're like, oh no, like where'd they go? And you kind of miss them. Like for example, Lily, she works at Cal right now, and then whenever I see her, I'm like, oh hey, Lily, like what's up? And then she's kind of like my mom. She'll be like, oh how are you? Like how's it going? So that's how I see the career staff. They're really important about the dining hall. Like I feel like if if they're not here, like I feel like the dining halls wouldn't be running as smoothly as they are, because like they put in a lot of work, and like we really appreciate them. Like for example, like if one calls out, or like if they're not here, we're just like, oh no, like we don't have a full timer in there. Like we're kind of like in a hard position. So they're really important. Like we really appreciate them.
My interaction here with the career staff has been really amazing. Like Kelly said, it is like a family. It's like part of my family, and it's just so easy to work with like many different people. I get really emotional, and it's just like they are my family, and I get to like talk to them, and I feel like I am home here. At first I didn't like being in Santa Cruz, but I was just working here because it's so lovely. I mean, I learned different set of skills. Also, I learned how to because my Spanish isn't that great, so they help me with my Spanish and they correct me. But yeah, not only do I learn through the interactions with them, but I also learned how to manage the dining hall. That's just something that is really cool and that I can put on my resume. But overall, the experience has been really great, which I'm gonna totally miss them when I leave. But I'm definitely gonna come back and visit them. But yeah, they're just really amazing people, and I hope there's more people that come and interact with them, new workers, because it's a really great experience.